I got a fun revolver caliber comparison video for you guys here today. Later on, when I'm stinking rich, I'll do 454, 460, 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum, 480 Ruger and all that. But for now, we have 38 Special, 357 Mag, 44 Special, 44 Mag, and 45 Colt. Now this is the first one we're doing here today with revolvers, but I got a ton of videos like this in the caliber comparisons playlist. They're all right there. That way you don't have to look through 1,200 videos to try and find them. I did a watermelon test before, 22, 389, 40, 45.
Also 30 Super Carry, 5.7, 357 SIG, and 10 mil.
Pretty sure I did one with rimfire, and then I did one with a bunch of different 22 cal, including some centerfire stuff. We've shot cantaloupes, 2 liters of soda, cinder blocks, concrete blocks, whatever you want to call them. So make sure you check out the caliber comparisons playlist for more videos like this. And we're starting here with watermelons today with the revolvers, but I'm going to be doing the other stuff like the blocks and whatnot with the revolvers coming up. We're using soft point ammo today. I might revisit at some point with some nice high powered hollow points. Also, eventually I'm trying to do some hard cast stuff with these, so stay tuned. Alright, as far as size goes, I did my absolute best to get them all as close as possible, but I'm kind of at the mercy of what's available at the store. This one looks like our largest. Whatever's the largest, I'm going to say for last with the 44 mag, but I mean, it is what it is, guys. I can only get what they got at the store, and no watermelon is identical to the next. Plus, they're all about the same ripeness. They all make close to the same sound, so, you know, I was looking for that as well to try to get them all close to the same ripeness, too. And if you guys want to check out any of the review videos on these revolvers, I'll have them linked in the description of this one if you want to check them out. We got a Taurus 605 Defender here for the 38/357. Got a Taurus Tracker 44 here, 44 mag for the 44 Special and 44 Magnum. And then newest in my collection here, this is a Taurus Deputy 45 Colt. So again, if you want to check out the reviews on those, I'll put a link in the description for that. I would love to kind of like sit right here so you guys can see me shoot the watermelon, and then hopefully, if my GoPro works, I'm going to have some GoPro footage down there. I'm about to check right now. But this new freaking camera I got, it like focuses on whatever's here, and then you can see it's making it blurry down there, and we don't want that. So I'm just going to have you guys zoomed in on the watermelon due to that. Well, we're ready to go here, and I'm going to start out with what I believe would be the least powerful first, working our way up to the most powerful. So we'll start out with the 38 Special first, then the 44 Special, then the 45 Colt, then 357 Magnum, and then 44 Magnum. So for the 38 Special, we're shooting 125 grain soft point. And for all the calibers today, they're pretty much mid-loads. It's not like the wimpy stuff, but it's not the super hot buffalo bore or anything like that. Good, nice medium loads. And I'm shooting off to the left side from the camera, so it's going to be at a little bit of angle compared to where the camera's at. So if it looks like we're, you know, hitting off to the side or something, I'm not. It's just because I'm shooting from an angle compared to where the camera is here.
Now keep in mind this is soft point ammunition here, so we're going to see limited expansion from handgun velocities. So like I said, I may redo this with hollow points, but here's the 38 Special.
Alright, I wish that would have stayed together, so it'd be a little easier for comparison's sake at the end of the video. But I suppose a lot of them are going to split when they roll off that, and some of these are probably just going to blow them up completely. But that's not too bad a result from 38 Special soft point there. That's better than I expected. Now, our 44 Special here, this is actually a hollow point, but I did extensive research before deciding to do this, and the only reason I ended up with this is just ammo availability. 44 Special is really hard to find. But these do not mushroom. These hollow points do not mushroom, even from a longer barrel getting higher velocity than what we're going to get today out of my 4-inch Taurus there. So this is not at all going to act like an mushrooming hollow point. So much like the soft points for the other calibers, which are likely not getting expansion either from these pistol barrel lengths. This is basically equivalent to shooting a soft point because these things are not going to mushroom. Already confirmed, even from a longer barrel. Again, wish it wasn't so. Wish I had a soft point for you guys. But, you know, just ammo availability, that's all I could source. I told you they wouldn't expand.
Unfortunately, my GoPro decided to stop recording for no apparent reason right here, and I did not notice until just before I went to take 357 mags, so we missed the 44 special here with the GoPro, and unfortunately we also missed 45 Colt, which is next.
I don't bother going over the ammo because everyone complained last time. Just shut up and shoot, dude. So, but yeah, I mean, right there's your proof. Didn't expand at all. Perfect hit. I mean, those 38 specials did amazing, but we got mixed matched brands up there, but I had to do that in order to get, again, all medium warm loads there. But yeah, as you can see there, zero expansion. So the specific soft point I used for the 38 special actually performed really dang well. And like I said, those 44 specials not going to expand at all. So there's the 44 special. Pretty underwhelming. And from that 3-inch barrel with the 38s, we shouldn't be getting expansion anyways. It's just a higher velocity that likely caused that with the 38. So, and again, remember, it didn't go in 3 pieces until it fell off the block there. So you should get virtually no soft point expansion from a 38 special out of a 3-inch barrel because the velocity is too low. But that velocity is still higher than what we gotten with the 44 special there. So that's probably the difference there. No, I forgot to mention this 44 special, they're 180 grain bullet.
And yes, even being a 180 grain bullet out of a 4-inch barrel, they are still slower than those 125 grain 38 special out of a 3-inch barrel. I watched a video on this exact load right here, and out of a 4-inch Smith & Wesson, it only averaged 740 feet per second, so pretty slow.
All right, now on to the 45 Colt, and this is a 225 grain soft point. All right, again, even with the 45 Colt, we still really shouldn't be seeing any expansion from those soft points out of the 4-some inch barrel that thing has. But that definitely hit way harder than the 44 special, as it should. So I think the next two are probably going to do about the same. They might be a little more rapid on their departure, but let's find out. Alright, depending on what happened, there might be a voiceover in the video already, but just to show you guys I ain't bullcrapping you here. You can see it says error there at the top. I just walked up and just checked this to make sure the lens didn't get splashed there from that 45 Colt. And it had a big red message across it that said SD card error. So, pulled the battery, pulled the SD card, and we got her recording now, so we'll see. Alright, our 357 mag here, 158 grain soft point. Alright, 357 mag, looks like it just popped the whole top of her off there. That's it's all pretty much mush anyways. Well, that's just a split, so. Alright, now for the 44 mag, 240 grain soft point.
I know you guys are going to have comments about shot placement on this one. I promise you it's better than you think. We're going to cover that in just a second. Alright, here's our watermelon. Here's our impact. Pay attention to the scar right here. You can see there the impact cut the watermelon. You can see our scar there, which puts our impact about right here. Again, remember the angles I mentioned earlier. I was shooting from a different angle, so angles play a huge part in this. You might have seen this image from the first recording, and now it looks way off to the right. However, you can see the scar there, so again, just down and right from that scar. It's all about angles. And it looks way off to the right there because the watermelon spun at this point. From the GoPro here, you can see the shot looks pretty dang center. And again, there's our scar. So again, it's all about angles. It was actually a pretty centered shot. Also keep in mind this was the largest watermelon, reserved specifically for the 44 Magnum.
Interesting. What happened there? Well, that's a little more telling. I was worried about my shot placement, but nice and center there, as you can see. So, I don't know. That was the 44 Mag. That's crazy. It seemed like the 45 Colt did the most damage, which is crazy. Again, none of these soft points should be, none of them should be expanding from these pistol barrel lengths. And actually, I've been doing gel tests with some of them, and they're just shooting right through both blocks of my gel because they're not expanding. So, I don't know, difference in watermelon maybe. I noticed this one, again, this was our largest, and it had kind of a weird like egg shape to it, so maybe that has something to do with it, I'm not sure, but this is just freaking paste in here. It's soft, nasty goo, so still did a number on it, but I definitely expected it to pop it. And again, these are all pretty evenly matched offerings here for the ammunition. Nothing's light for caliber, nothing's heavy for caliber. Everything's nice, medium warm load as far as power goes. I made sure I didn't get no weak soft loads, but again, they're not, you know, what a lot of you guys are going to call full power, you know, like buffalo bore, underwood ammo, anything like that. But they're all nice medium loads. So other than being different brands, which is what I had to do to match them all fairly like that, you know, it was a pretty fair matchup. So maybe that 44 Mag just had a wonky watermelon there. I'm not sure. And again, all these may as well have been just FMJs because these soft points, again, out of these short pistol barrels, they're not going to get any expansion. It would be an extreme abnormality if they did get any expansion. Matter of fact, I even doubled the barrel length on the 357 mag load we use. I have a gel test up on it already, and it still just shoots right through both of my gel blocks, indicating zero expansion. So even though these are all soft points today, we're essentially just shooting FMJ because they're not expanding from these pistol velocities. So with that said, once I can accumulate it all and make them all fairly matched like I did here, I would like to redo this with hollow points because we'll see some very exciting results then with rapidly expanding hollow points. Well, that'll pretty much do it for this one, guys. Up next with the same caliber, same loads, we'll be doing the concrete cinder blocks, whatever you want to call them here. So that'll be coming up shortly. Again, if you want to see the review on any of these, there'll be links in the description. Make sure you check out my campsite page for things I cannot link to on YouTube, for things I can link to, like my target stand there, paper targets I use, steel targets, safety glasses, earmuffs, all that and more. Links are already in the description. Make sure you check out that caliber comparison playlist. But thanks for stopping by and checking this one out today, guys. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you on the next one. Also, a huge thanks and shout out to my buddy over at Fuku YT. Check him out for letting me use the range to film this video today.